who is the graduate student of Ewha Women's University. Her theme is Big Data Analytics in Higher Education, relationships between usage patterns of virtual campus and course attributes. Please give her a big applause.
Hello everyone, this is Yeonju Kim, a graduate student of Ewha Women's University. Today I will present about big data analysis in higher education. I want to share an interesting result about usage status of virtual classroom and activities in LMS. First, I want to present about the introduction. Nowadays, as the advanced learning technology are emerging, the expectation of smart learning are also grown up. And this grown-up expectation of smart learning requires the high use of LMS, especially in higher education. And this expectation of high using of LMS need to be evidenced. Then there is a gap between as is and to be. We want to clearly verify the high use of LMS in education, but it has not been evidenced. Although many studies already analysis in the effect of using of LMS in individual class level, however, it has not been discussed or observed in institution level. Then why this happened? Please remind the problem in the previous slide. The cause of the problem is because of difficulty in methodological aspect. Research or survey, which is the representative methodology of are time-consuming and cost-ineffective and do not reflect the reality well. Because of this difficulty, it is hard to solve the problem. But now we have the solution. The problem can be solved by implementing learning analytics, especially academic analytics using big data. Therefore, we attempt to examine the user status of LMS in institution level by case study. And our research aims to suggest implication for improvement and management of LMS. And this is the method of our research. Our research context is E University located in Seoul, Korea, which use customized Moodle. Our major data collection is extracting log data from LMS. We collaborated with Institute for Teaching and Learning in university to gain this log data. The unit of data was each course in virtual campus, not the individual student, because we implement the big data analysis using, we implement learning analytics using big data. The data was collected on second semester of 2013. And we did data pre-processing before the analysis. First, we collected 4,416 courses information from log data, and we did mapping process by combining two different data sets. First is course information, and the second is course action trace in LMS by using the course ID. During this mapping process, there was numerous missing data, so we eliminated that. As a result, total 2,639 courses were left for analysis. Our major analysis method is descriptive statistics, which used for describe general usage status of LMS. Also, t-test and f-test was used as we tried to compare the group difference based on course attribution. As we implemented the learning and academic analysis using big data, the research ethics was a very important issue of our research. Before using data, the identification procedures are needed for minimizing the ethical issues. So we did it by converting the course IDs to random numbers. And now I'll explain about our research of study. The result of our study are consisted of 3 subsections following by our research purpose. First, general usage status of LMS. As you see this table, average 33 students are logged into LMS about 1,389 times per one semester, which means one student logged into LMS about 39.75 times for one semester. And these histograms show the high standard deviation, which means there are too many cases that did not much utilize LMS. And there is another indicator which indicates general usage status of LMS. That is activity item. The activity is specified with 10 activity items based on its function. And this is descriptive statistic of number of activity items. As you can see, the max value was 8, which means there was no courses that use all of the 10 activity items. Most of courses use 2 or 3 activity items in their virtual campus. And this histogram showed the skewed distribution of using number of activity items. And this is the second page of our research, activity-based use status of LMS. Surprisingly, there was too many zeros in our data set, which means there are too many cases that does not much utilize LMS. Though the max value was high, however, it is meaningless because there was too many zeros in almost all courses. To see skewness and kurtosis more easily, I brought some figures. And these figures can help you to see the significant skewness and kurtosis of each variables. As you can see, each variable shows right-skewed L-shaped distribution. As shown in the bar chart, the most frequently used activity items is resource item. I brought some picture of resource item from our sample LMS. And the second frequently used activity item is notice item. Also, I brought some pictures to help your understanding. Not only these two items, also Q&A, lecture note, and task are the most frequently used top 5 items, while the last 5 items was bottom 5. And now, this is group differences according to the course classification. This table shows course classification by using 3 layers. However, we decide to, as we consider the hierarchy of these 3 layers, we decide to verify the group differences by those 5 aspects. First, we compare group differences between undergraduate courses versus graduate courses by using general indicator and top 5 activity items. And this red marked one shows higher value than green marked one. At all significant variables except number of resources, the undergraduate courses was higher than graduate courses. And this time we compare the liberal arts course versus major courses. Same way as before. And at this time, in all significant variables, liberal arts courses was higher than major courses. And we compare selective courses versus mandatory courses. In this time, except number of text submission, at all significant variables mandatory courses show higher value than selective courses. And we proceeded F-test for comparing the 11 undergraduate college differences. The null hypothesis of this research was there was no differences between each college value, which means the significant value means there are at least one pair of difference between each college. As a result, an average login frequency per person shows significant differences, and the F value was 9.89. The highest value is engineering college, and the lowest is pharmacy college. And in number of activity items, there was also significant difference. The F value was 7.89, and in this time, social science was the highest, and pharmacy college was the lowest again. And there was also significant differences in top 5 activity items. We proceed another app test to compare the 16 graduate schools, and the same null hypothesis before. And in the average login frequency per person, there was significant differences, and the F value was 2.81. In this time, the highest was Graduate School of Teaching Foreign Language, while the lowest was School of Medicine. In number of activity, there was also significant differences, and the F value was 15.83. This time, Graduate School for Teaching Foreign Language was the highest again, while the Graduate School of Clinical Dentistry was the lowest. And also, there were significant differences between in these 5 activity items. And now, the final discussion phase. For summary and result, there was 3 major findings. The first, the level of using virtual campus was lower than our general expectation. And second, there are significant differences in diversity of using activity items. And third, there are significant differences among 10 activity items usage frequency. According to our result, there was only few of early adopters used LMS actively, while most of users rarely used LMS in reality. We can understand this situation by diffusion of innovation theory. By diffusion of innovation theory, the minor early adopter can provide the cue to activation of LMS. Also, there were significant differences of user status of activity occurred in LMS depend on course attribution. The LMS manager can provide the appropriate judgment based on this result. When we see the fitness in purpose, our research results are well fitted with the purpose. Our results show the situation of using LMS in institution level, and it also provides cues of LMS activation to the manager. The most important thing is the learning analytics approach, especially academic analytics with big data analysis, evidence to have a broader aspect of situation. However, there are 3 limitations of our research. First, the sample institute of the study was Women University in South Korea, and the study only implements the present condition. And third, the data utilized for this study was for only 1 semester. And we suggest 3 things below based on this limitation. Therefore, each limitation was matched to each suggestion. First, we suggest the future study that it should implemented in different school setting and different cultural background. Also, the future study should implement with additional data extraction for richer interpretation. And third, the future study should implement it to compare the results with timescale progress. And this is the end of our presentation. And do you have any additional question? Please send me email, me and our team. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Yeonju. Actually, she is my student, and she is such young, but she is such